Start screaming. Start screaming. Start streaming. That's what friends are for. How you doing there, YouTube? Everybody, hop on in. Hop right in. Hop right down. Baby, why'd you wait so long?
God damn it.
You all right?
Yeah. One of these fucking click on the story things, and then I fucking click on it, and then
Some dude getting his fucking head shut off. He's dead. Oh, God damn.
I know.
Antigone, Tailgate Tiger, Jesse Ramirez, Tiffany, Zach, Kyle, Laura, Dylan, Cincy. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for being here, guys.
Thanks.
We love you guys so fucking much.
You guys don't even know.
You don't even know how much cum I can produce. A lot. All right, you good?
Yep.
All right. If you've ever farted in a mason jar and trapped it, made your dad smell it, and you threw up on your chest, you've come to the right podcast. Welcome to the Brohio Podcast, everybody.
Hi.
I am the one half of this show. I'm the delicious Nickalicious. Welcome, everybody.
Yeah, I'm Rob Dog. Hi, guys.
We couldn't be more thankful for all of you to be here. And if this is your first time, welcome aboard. This is wild, wacky, zany, irreverent. It's stupid. It's fucking dumb. But you're gonna laugh. I tell you that. You're gonna be listening to this show, and then you're gonna start laughing. Some people even start touching themselves. My dad listens. He said that's what does it for him.
Yeah, I mean, whatever get you going, man.
And I used to trap my farts in mason jars for him.
I never have, but not for him. But
it's good. Good practice, man. Where's my phone at? We watched there was a TikTok video that I watched today. I sent to you. And It's some hillbillies watching the fucking Daytona 500.
Yeah.
And I want to know if you're one of these. If you're one of these people. Let's see if I'll let you guys hear it. It's just. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
That's Rob's family. What? Come on! Watching the goddamn Daytona 500.
If that's you and if you're listening, please turn us off.
No, dude, I want him on the show. That's Bud, I think. Definitely his name is Bud.
Sounds like a bud.
Let's say thanks to our new Patreon subscriber, starting with Jaybird. Thanks, Jaybird. I think every school in America has one fellow named Jaybird.
Yep, I know ours did.
He was a good.
Really fucking good drummer.
He's just a good dude, man.
Yeah.
He's chill. They used to play in this fucking garage on the other half the block from my house, and I heard music coming from it, and I approached that garage. I said, I am going to die in that garage. There's flesh-eating clowns in there for sure. But those dudes are just rocking out. This old garage barn.
Good guy, man. Next, we got Jessica King. Thank you very much, Jessica King.
She's not the queen. She's the king.
Yep.
Jessica, thanks for being here. How about John Is that an A? Oh, Foltz?
Yeah.
Foltz,
Foltz, I think.
Foltz? Johnny boy. Regardless, man. Thank you for the feet pictures. We are so glad to have you as a listener.
I put some work into those.
And you do not need Botox in your lips. I know we talked about it. You got really nice lips for man. Incredibly nice lips. Thank you, John.
Speaking of incredibly nice lips, we got Brian Ard. Thank you very much with a name like that.
Ard.
Last name Ard. He's got some good fucking lips.
What's your last name? Ard. Bless you. What's your last name? Ard.
The lips on his face aren't bad either.
Oh, you sound like a broken dog. Ard. Ard. I got a really weird dog story for you in just a minute. How about Anthony Big Meat? No relation to the Alexander family, but thanks for being here, Anthony. Congratulations on your huge dick.
Yeah.
Very, very awesome of God to do that for you and not us.
Yeah, fucking congratulations, dickhead. Next we got Kerrigan Swanson. That's a fucking British name if I ever heard one.
Oh, yes, I do believe
Kerrigan.
she's not listening right now. She's busy brushing her big-ass fucking teeth.
Yeah, it could be a man or a woman. I don't know.
Fuck.
I don't assume.
Who cares? It's Dust. It's Dust. Thanks, Dust.
I didn't realize you were saying the next person's name. I was like, what's Dust?
It's Dust.
Hell
Thanks,
yeah.
it's Dust.
Adam Winky.
Is that Wilkle?
Wickle?
Wilkle.
God damn.
Wilkle.
Your guys' last names suck.
Oh, you want to touch my Wilkie?
Wiki.
Wilkie. A Wilkie Way. That's a sandwich. That's a fucking candy bar.
Is it?
Wilkie. A Wilkie Way? No.
A Wilkie Way.
Thanks,
That's
Adam.
fucking stupid.
Heather saying, thanks, Heather. I think she was just on the Patreon thing there. She's from deep down there in Tennessee.
Yeah, she said on the YouTube right now, she said her hair's still wet, so.
She hopped on the Zoom. I said, how you doing, Heather? She said, I'm doing all right, just practicing making biscuits. She's a Southern Belle way down there in the Appalachians.
Yep.
Wild ass. Probably killed a fucking rooster today. I don't know what they do down there.
Got to get dinner somehow. Brandon Cruz. Thank you very much, Brandon.
Handsome fella. God. Good looking tonsils on him, too. Casey Taylor, thanks for being here. She's the last one for the week. Casey, thank you so much. That's Casey with a C in the middle. That's how you know she loves Jello shots and fucking partying on the water. Usually those Casey girls, they're known for wearing like star-spangled bikinis
Dildos?
and stuff like the dildos, earrings.
Yeah.
You know, doing a little American flags on their toenails and shit.
Hell yeah. That's dope. I like that.
Casey, thank you. It could be a guy too.
Hey,
There's
either
guy-
way. I like the
Either
American
way.
flag on the toenails. Good for it. Good. Keep going. I like it.
You know, a lot of people have been reaching out to us. Lots of messages, posts, emails. They say, bros, rest in peace. Ohio is it's gone. They're taking it off the map. They're starting over. Are you guys okay? Well, the good news is Rob Dog and I
We're dead.
live.
We died.
We live far enough away from the chaos going in East Palestine, Paladine. I don't know what the fuck it is. Pakistan. We live far enough away from East Pakistan in Ohio. That stuff's not really affecting us, I don't think.
No.
But if it does, I'm the only one in our house that drinks tap water. My wife always she gives me a hard time. She says, "What are you doing there? Why are you putting that in your water bottle?" I'm like, "I'm fucking drinking it.
Yeah.
That shit doesn't bother me." We get water bottles delivered because they're so picky about their water. My wife and the kids. $5 a bottle, get it dropped off your front door. Some people say, "Oh, he's a rich sultan." No, I just buy bottled water. Okay, that doesn't make me rich.
Yeah.
That makes just my wife's picky with water.
It's the king's water.
It's the king's water. Back in the day, you get fucking milk delivered to your front door and shit.
Yeah, I know.
But bottles of jars of milk and shit.
And they'd fuck all the wives by themselves,
Fuck
like
yeah.
when they were by the home alone.
Everyone's got a brother that looks like the milkman. Dude, my brother's like 6'2" and tall and lanky. I don't know where he came from, dude. We're all short, pudgy bastards. Yeah, but we're okay. Thanks for everyone for checking on us. So far we're fine. No worries for us whatsoever. So don't worry about it. Don't you worry your pretty little mind. People throw rocks and they don't think all time. Taylor Swift, that's my shit, dude.
Yeah, I was vibing.
Love her.
I like that.
How about this? This past week, I rolled up in the driveway and I saw a goddamn dog. Well, I was starting to walk into the house, and there was a dog running around, a boxer dog, and looked like a white wolf. This dog was
Did
huge.
you fight the dog?
This white dog was so big, it scared the shit out of me. I said, "Oh my fuck!" I was on the phone with my buddy. He listens to the show. So there's a fucking wolf in front of my house, and it was just staring at me like Edward fucking Cullen in Twilight, just staring at me from across the street.
Yeah.
And I got off the phone with him, and I walked towards that dog, and it took off.
Oh,
And it
little
left.
bitch.
And
Little pussy.
pussy ass wolf.
Thought you were a dog. You're a pussy.
Thought he's about to get these knuckles. get his knuckle salami sandwich. And I recognize the boxer, though.
Mm-hmm.
The boxer belongs to an old woman a couple houses down. I said hi to her one time, and I think she literally told me to fuck off.
Hell yeah.
So she's was it cantankerous? Is that the word
Yeah.
I'm looking for?
Yeah.
She's a cranky old bitch.
Dude, I love mean old people. It's like they know their fucking life is ending soon, so they're like, why do I have to put up this charade?
Well, that, and if your dog's ever out, then your sweet-ass neighbor doesn't want to help you. But I saw her out on the side of the house, and the ground's super, super wet, super nasty and muddy, and she was literally stuck in the mud on the side of her house. So I run over there, and I said, he's a couple houses down. He's back behind the house. And she said, I'm stuck. I can't move. I said, can I help you get back into the house? She said, oh, yes, please. Can you help me? You know, that couple summers ago, I said, hey, how you doing, bitch?
Stepdad, I'm stuck.
She said, fuck you. Or, I don't think she heard me. She just didn't stare. She just looked at me. It wasn't anything mean. I'm exaggerating.
That's fun.
But this time, she's stuck in the mud, so I helped her get out of the mud, and she like up to her fucking knees. She had mud. She said, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I can't walk in this stuff. And I said, I'll get the dog. I think it's she. It's back behind another house in their fence. I said, I'll get the dog. You get cleaned up. I'll bring the dog back. She said, oh, thank you so much. Because the white wolf came running back. It was a family member's dog. She was dog sitting. But why you would have someone fucking 95 years old dog sitting for you?
She's got to be the worst dog sitter ever. Her one job is to watch the dogs and they fucking get out.
But this was like some type of hybrid mutant animal. It was not a real dog. It was a white wolf.
It's probably a shapeshifter.
Yeah, it was. It skinwalked right through the fence and opened up the gate. So I get the dog. I think it starts with a J and a Jordy or Joby or I don't remember. But I catch the dog. I bring it back and I go up to her garage door. The garage door is wide open. And I don't know her name. I've never talked to her. I try to talk to her, but she won't talk to me. And I said, I got your dog. She said, huh? And I said, I got the dog. She said, okay. Nothing. Like fucking, you wanna come get it? And
So I don't have a dog.
then she got like me. She's like, well, bring it into the door. Bring it through the garage door. And I said, I'm in the garage. She said, bring it through the screen door. The screen door to the garage, like in the kitchen.
Going into the kitchen, yeah.
I open up this fucking screen door, dude, and she's Porky Pigging in the kitchen.
Not.
Yeah, dude. Got my ass.
She fucking listens. She has to listen to the show.
I said, oh, fuck.
She's like, he's gonna come in. I'm gonna be Porky Piggin.
She said, I'd come in here and get you some of this sweet pudding, you fat bitch. You fat motherfucker. Every time you let your dogs out in your underwear, I see you over there with your fat fucking nasty belly swinging around with your nasty ass. Now it's your turn to look at my goodies. I picked this dog up and threw it, dude. Take your dog, man. Later. Dude, old people are so fucking dumb. Like, they're stupid. They don't know. She was Porky Piggin.
Yeah, dude.
She had a fucking sweater on. No, she might have had panties on, but she wasn't wearing. I couldn't tell. Thank God, she was not wearing pants.
Bloomer check.
And to see a 95-year-old woman,
She's fucking vibing in her house.
naked up to her holes.
Yeah.
I think she's playing some Bob Marley. I don't fucking know, dude.
Oh, great.
But
That's
I
awesome.
grabbed this dog by the scruff of his neck and I tossed it at her, dude. And I bailed out.
Like a fucking grenade.
She said, "Oh, thank you." I knew she wanted me to come in and give her a bath or something. I wasn't doing it.
Man.
You come in here and wash the dog and me if you want. You fat motherfucker. Where's Rob Dog? You know how much I love Rob Dog.
No.
Every time Rob Dog comes to the house, he likes to. Those eggs are $3 a piece. He likes to come looking for eggs inside of Grandma's body.
Luckily, her eggs are already scrambled.
Oh my God! It fucking scarred. It looked like a zombie.
That's fucking sweet.
God, dude. And that's why I am never going to the nursing home to look for a girlfriend.
Not again.
Not again. Not falling for that one again.
Fool me once.
Yeah, he told me he was a World War II veteran, and I was just trying to be nice. Apparently, it's a felony. I don't know. Hell yeah. Well, we'll skip the news article since I just gave you guys the most hard-hitting current news that you could possibly hear right now. I saw my old woman naked, old neighbor lady naked. I mean, I couldn't see her lady part. She could have just had some fucking skivvies on, but it still looked like E.T.'s legs. You know, the extraterrestrial they made the movie about, Steven Spielberg. She even made the E.T. sound when I saw her Porky Pig and get that dog back in for her. And that was the second time the dog ran away that week. The first time the other neighbor got it for her. Second time he wasn't there to help.
She's definitely the worst dog sitter ever.
I think she's just trying to get the neighbor guys to see her with her pants off.
Could be. She's a pervert.
But you can't call the police on her.
Better check the registry, man. See if she's
What's your
on.
emergency? Well, the old lady, she's Porky Pigging. What does that mean, sir?
She let her clam hang out.
You know. Yeah, clam jam.
Or whisker biscuit.
If you've ever had a clam jam, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com. If you have a whisker biscuit, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com. If you have crotch crickets, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com.
Oh, man. I'm
Speaking
going to
of-
send you an email on that last one.
Speaking of crotch crickets, let's take a break for a few of our favorite sponsors. How about those chocolate-covered crotch crickets, Rob Dog?
Those are my favorite.
Crotch goblins. We got a bunch of those upstairs right now.
Yep.
Hey, man, what do you think about incest? Great stuff, right?
Fucking love it,
Delicious.
man. Yeah.
Great for everyone. If you think about it, I am actually probably a species of inbreeding. Lots of years of inbreeding, just sister wife and sex, and you get shit that looks like me. Just big fucking wide fuckers with little tiny brains. I look what those things called a Goomba or whatever from the Mario or the... It's a big old fucking flesh and meat with a tiny brain. I do produce potent semen though. For, all those people wondering, man.
Very viscous.
Not to double back, but what's the oldest person you've ever seen naked? My wife.
Completely naked? I was working one time and saw this old lady's titties, and I really didn't like it too much.
Hell yeah, dude.
I mean, I'll never turn down a titties. I mean, so she'd been over, and those things were just hanging out of her shirt, and I still looked, but I mean, I didn't like it. People used to come back, like there was this Oxford, the college. People would come back there, and like all the guys would talk, and they'd be like, "Hell yeah, we saw this, and that." And I'm like, "Well, I saw an old lady's tit." All the pervs go out there and would do all the work at the college and come back to all these stories, and I'm just like, I saw an old woman's nipple.
Dude, you had a lot better off with me. You're in the county jail, so there was some females and stuff.
Saw quite a bit there.
I was in the state prison where it was just all dudes and dicks. I saw a lot of old man dicks.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the science is behind it, but once you get to a certain age, your dick goes away. It's just a flap of skin that hangs down. Yeah. It looks like an elephant's ass. Yeah. So hard to explain, dude. It's a little
like an anteater's nose.
Flap of skin. Yeah, it's so weird. God, it looks like
I'm dreading those days.
I think I'm there.
I want my dick to be any uglier.
We were just talking to one of our Zoomers on Patreon, and they said, "How your fucking gray balls." You guys will have to listen to last week's episode, the end of it for
a pale scrotum gray.
Brohio erotica. Yeah. How about Stephen Padl in 1995? 95, good year.
Yeah.
Greatest band of all time, Nirvana. That's about the. I'm just kidding.
They were still around in 95.
That guy his music was so bad he killed himself.
Jesus Christ.
His wife killed him.
Yeah.
I think his wife
Could
killed
be.
him. I think his wife killed him, honestly. That's just what I feel.
Like it was Dave Grohl.
No way, man. Dave Grohl's the coolest dude in the world.
He really is fucking dope, dude. I love Dave Grohl.
You hear the story about playing around Taylor Swift? Like, it's
I don't think so.
Maybe
I might have.
Maybe we can play it at the end of the episode. It's a really good story, man. We might get some copyright
I'm
shit,
sure,
but
yeah. We
you know what? Fuck him. Fuck him in the ass, dude. That feels good, too. In 1995, 20-year-old Stephen Padl met a girl on the internet by the name of Alyssa.
Damn, on the internet in 95?
You've got mail. Welcome. File's done. Yeah, I used to hop on the chat rooms in 95.
It's crazy to think that it was like that 95. It was
I had bitches fighting over me in the AOL chat rooms in 95. Legit, these women would say, I love you when they were done talking to me. They say, I love you. Talk to you soon. TTYL. I don't think they're saying that, but
no.
They were coming for me. Little did they know I was a little whippersnapper. Fucking fourth grade.
Dude, chat rooms back in the day were so fucking fun.
I just go in there and go, I got a huge dick. Got huge dick.
That's all you just say. You just spam it.
I'll be like, got Harley, got huge dick. Got Porsche. File's done. Yeah. Alyssa, she was only 15 years old. Yeah, so that makes him a child molester.
Yeah, it's no bueno.
Stephen, he was 20, but when they started their hot online chatting, poor Alyssa, she was only 15 years old. But problem was, for some, that's a little underage for a 20-year-old.
Yep.
It took a couple years, but Stephen convinced Alyssa to leave her home in Texas and elope with him in New York.
Good Lord.
What the fuck does elope mean? That sounds disgusting. It's not marrying.
Isn't it a melon? That's that type of melon, right?
Yeah, I love it. Is that the orange one?
Yeah. Or is that like the thing that looks like a deer they have in like Africa?
No, it's the orange melon.
Okay.
I'm working it out in my head right now.
I couldn't remember which one it was. Maybe it's a deer melon. Who knows?
We legit act like fucking 10-year-olds. I used to think we're not that bad, but just going back and listening to it, it's pretty bad.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, but he got her to elope, and that's just what she did. She picked up shop, she left Texas, and she joined him in New York so they could indeed elope. And I don't think that was a good idea. I think that was a very poor decision on her part.
On all parts.
Well, it did take some serious convincing. Things immediately they weren't the best for Alyssa after she moved in with Stephen. Stephen was an abusive, insecure bastard. I even have pussy written down here.
Yeah, you do.
But I can't call someone a bastard pussy.
It literally says insecure bastard pussy.
You ever had any of that bastard pussy before?
That's the best kind, right?
It's the best. You got to put salt on it to make it taste good, but yeah, that's the best kind. Jesus. Now, no, this guy was a vile human. He was the most disgusting, just the bane of my existence. People like this are the absolute worst to me, and he is one of those people. Because I'd kind of already gone through the research a little bit when I called him a bastard pussy at this point. So just to properly convey what I was trying to get across, I made up my own bad word.
Yeah, you have to make up your own just to emphasize how bad it is.
It's a hybrid.
Yeah,
it's a nasty one. Not only was he abusive towards Alyssa, emotionally, physically, but in one instance, she watched him beat a cat to death just for being a cat.
Oh, damn.
He said he didn't like Alyssa pressed him. She said, hey, what the fuck? Why the fuck are you beating up a cat for? Why'd we kill the cat? And he just said, I don't like fucking cats. I don't like cats, dude. And I don't blame him because I'll tear the pussy up too sometimes. Saturday night, get some margaritas. She got smooth-ass legs or something. I'll tear the pussy up, but I'm not going to kill it.
Yeah.
Stephen killed the cat. He beat it till it died. And then when pressed about it, he said, I don't like cats, so I killed it.
I don't like pedos, so...
Some people are like that. You know, we went to school with this one kid. Well, he was in my elementary school. Really bad kid. He got expelled for some other shit.
Oh.
But he got in trouble with the cops because he buried a cat in the ground up to its head, okay? So its head's just sticking out of the dirt. And then they ran it over with a lawnmower and killed the cat.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, dude. And my mom's like, "You're not hanging out with him anymore." I said, "I don't want to hang out with that motherfucker. You don't have to tell me I don't want to hang out with him."
Holy fuck.
God, every time I drive past his house now when I go to my mom and dad's,
He just hit that fucking gas-powered guillotine on that motherfucker.
Jesus Christ, what an horrific act.
Holy shit.
So I want to try it on something other than a cat, something we don't, something that doesn't, like a lobster or something doesn't, because they say, lobsters don't really feel pain or whatever. Do you like lobster?
I do love lobster.
Oh, man. What about some crab legs?
You know what? I don't know if I think I've had crab legs once, and I don't really remember it enough to.
They're a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's really good. I love crab legs, dude. One of my favorites. Yeah, so he also never had a job, Stephen. He was a useless bum piece of shit. He would make Alyssa work several jobs to make ends meet, to keep the lights on, put food on the table. Nothing like being a man and laying your dead ass at home and not doing anything while your wife struggles through life to try and make you comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of what we're doing to our wives, but that's neither here nor there. But some guys got it sweet. They got a baby mama that's got to make enough scrulla that he can stay at home.
That's goals right there.
Yeah, I'm trying to. My wife has big enough tits she could make money.
Yeah.
But she, I can't even tell a dirty joke in front of her. She gets mad at me sometimes. She loves Nick.
Mm-hmm.
She loves Nick. She fucking hates Nickalicious. She hates him.
That's true.
That's all right. She's my sweet angel. Oh, all right. And if Alyssa, or, she's working these jobs, supporting this deadbeat, if there was ever a fleeting thought of her leaving this guy, he made sure to tell her if she ever left him, he would commit suicide and he would make her watch. So to go one step further, beyond saying, "Hey, if you leave me, I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna fucking kill myself." He said, "If you leave me, I'm gonna fucking kill myself and make you watch me kill my fucking self. Make you watch me fucking kill myself, you bitch." And anytime I remember back in high school, there was guys that say, "You break up with me, I'm just gonna end my life." I tell those girls, you gotta let him go. Whether it's here on earth,
let go, let God.
Whether he's going to heaven. Because he's going to heaven.
Like, I'll fix the popcorn, baby girl.
I always tell those girls, he's going to heaven. Look how good he was to you. Gotta let him go.
Yeah.
Let him drift down. Just like Jack did in the Titanic.
Womp womp.
Never let go, Jack.
Later, Gator.
Yeah, but unfortunately, he's still living. Not long after eloping, Alyssa became pregnant with their first child. She would eventually give birth to a little baby girl named Denise. Very, very 90s name, Denise.
It is.
She was born in January of 1998. Stephen, believe it or not, was not good to this baby. The baby Denise was constantly covered in bruises, black and blue from head to toe. I can't fucking.
That's
tell you how badly I want to beat this guy with a fucking ball bat. When a little baby Denise wouldn't stop crying, Stephen would resort to shoving her head inside a locked cooler to muffle the screams, and even holding his hand over her mouth until she would almost suffocate in order to make her stop crying. Little baby. Little baby girl. I love baby girls. Got 3 of them. Took real good care of them. They wouldn't stop crying. I give them a goddamn pacifier. Hold them, pat them on their butt, give them daddy's love. I do chest to chest, skin to skin.
Yep.
They're all fucked up because of it now. But they say, daddy should be doing skin to skin as much as mom should be doing skin to skin. Get that baby naked and put them on your bare chest. It creates a little bonding, it helps you engage. Strong bond with that child. I still do it to the 14-year-old sometimes. She won't do it anymore. I take my shirt off and start chasing her. She says, "Get the fuck away from me."
Skin to skin.
Come here, put your face on daddy's hairy tits.
Put your face between my bosom.
Come here and drag your nose along my chest here. No. I kissed her on the cheek the other day. She's like, "Why'd you do that?" Fuck, Jesus. I'm trying to be a nice dad. watching all this unfold, it was just too much for a young mother like Alyssa. Because you got to remember, she was only like 17 or 18 years old. Even though she was only 18, she made a very mature decision, and she gave baby Denise up for adoption, which I think at that point was probably a good thing to happen for little baby Denise. Now, baby Denise was adopted by a nice family in upstate New York. I think it was Dover, to be exact. I don't know what goes on up there in Dover, but undoubtedly lots of nice people that adopt babies. Have you ever thought about adopting? Have you ever had that in your heart? Like, did you wanted to adopt?
Mm-hmm. Thought about it.
I got some family, some first cousins actually. They adopted some, I think, 3 siblings from Africa. Just really religiously driven, but it's been a fucking beautiful experience watching it all unfold over the years. And it's a beautiful thing to give someone life that already has life that, they're probably not experiencing life.
Yeah.
If I could adopt a kid, I'd want it to be a really fucking bad kid so they can make a movie about us afterwards. I think that would probably be fostering, though. You can't just adopt a bad baby.
Yeah, true.
You can adopt a crack baby.
You can, yeah.
Which,
I was one. I wasn't.
You think your mom did cocaine while she's pregnant with you?
I don't know. Definitely after.
Definitely after.
I mean, maybe not while pregnant, but yeah. She definitely did that shit after.
Fucking bitch. If you've ever done cocaine, send us an email, brohiopodcast.
We're going to get emails on that one.
If you've ever done the booger sugar. Yeah, she was a little baby Denise. She was adopted by Anthony and Kelly Fuso. That was that was the name of the adoptive parents. Dying over here. Alyssa told Stephen the reason that she gave the baby up for adoption was because of her own personal depression that she was struggling with.
Okay.
Just to kind of alleviate all the chaos of dealing with Stephen, knowing that she adopted out the baby. And she didn't want to deal with that, so she made something up about her being depressed. That's why she gave the baby up for adoption. But Alyssa was living a fucking miserable life being married, eloped to that dumb shit Stephen with all the bad stuff that he was doing. They moved, little baby Denise moved with the Fusos up to Dutchess County, New York. And this was at the age of 8 months old, so she's just a little tiny chicken nugget baby.
That sounds like a very white area.
Yes, we live in Dutchess County with all of the rich housewives.
We just bought a new estate in Dutchess County, New York.
With an equestrian barn. I think that's what it's called. And from there, they changed her name from Denise to Katie. And now we have Katie Fuso. And from there, Katie, she had a pretty normal upbringing, man, living there with her adoptive parents there in New York. She went on to have a very normal life. Her uncles called her Pac-Man because all she did was eating, man.
Damn.
She was bleeding, she was eating, you know what I mean? She loved animals, and she was a vegetarian.
Okay.
I don't know about the vegetarian thing, man. I respect people. I respect the hustle.
Yeah.
And I've been living off chicken and fish the past week, and I feel so much better. I will say that and I'm not calling it a diet. I changed my lifestyle and my eating habits. I've been staying under 2,200 calories a day, and I've been doing DDP yoga every day. That deep dick penetration, Diamond Dallas Page yoga.
Mm-hmm.
I lost 23 pounds last week.
Hell
First
yeah.
week, just water weight and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But feel good after I'm not eating sugar. I'm not eating processed foods. Kind of cutting out the carbs. Not all of them. I still eat some carbs. But, man, I cannot tell you how much, fucking better I feel. Able to focus. I wake up in the mornings and I'm still tired. But when I get going, I'm focused, man. Whereas normally I just I don't fucking care about anything.
Drag ass.
Or anything. dragging. And then I had a cup of coffee on Sunday
Yeah.
at First Watch.
Mm-hmm.
You ever been there for breakfast?
No.
Holy shit, that's good-ass breakfast.
Is it?
But I had me a cup of coffee, and it's like someone shot my ass out of a rocket launcher. I was ready to fuck the world and take it all on.
Yeah.
I wanted anyone we crossed, I wanted them to fight me. I wasn't mad. I wasn't looking for a violent fight. I just wanted to test my new skills, like my acquired skills. I felt like I was leveling up. I had a nicer wizard hat or something, which that's, I'm playing Hogwarts too, so that's going really well. I just feel a lot better. And now I'm at the point I'm thinking the way I feel now is a lot better trade-off than how I was living before.
Sure.
Eating pizzas. My wife would be like, we're having chicken salad. And I would stop and get a Blizzard from Dairy Queen on the way home. Just because I knew a chicken salad wouldn't fill my ass up.
Life was all about balance, right?
Yeah, dude. But her uncles, they called her Pac-Man. She's always eating that fucking lettuce because she's a vegetarian. Respect the hustle, like I said. But Katie was very well known in her high school for being an aspiring artiste. She did a great job at drawing comic strips, and everyone loved her for that. And she had a lot of friends. They would, whatever the fuck friends do in high school, smoke pot out of pop cans.
Been there.
Soda cans. Whatever kids do in high, we used to huff gas, dude. We get in the garage. My dad has some of that fucking unleaded 87. We'd huff it. We get dizzy and fall down, hit our heads on shit.
Oh man.
He'd say, "What the fuck are you doing out there?" He'd be like, "We're huffing your gas, you old motherfucker. Come out here and stop us." I never said that to my dad.
You were huffing his fart jars.
I was huffing his fart jars. My dad would have beat the shit out of me if I talked to him like that. He'd be like, "Oh, really? Well, I was just showing your mom how this knuckle right here fits perfectly in your fucking jaw. Pick up your teeth."
I was like, whenever you said the thing about smoking weed out of pop cans, it triggers. It always, anytime we ever talk about it, it always triggers the flashbacks, and that weed was always so fucking bad.
Where did it come from?
I don't know.
Where that plant is probably still there.
I mean, it's like old fucking dusty ass weed. It's never good.
We could have died.
Yeah.
We're lucky to be alive.
I know.
That's one thing that people take for granted listening to this stupid podcast. Both of us should be dead.
The people that always supplied the weed were always the sketchiest of like all the kids.
Our buddy from Conspiracy Theory Thursday said this. People are worried about us in this fucking this train crash. We grew up a block away from the Cargill plant.
Yeah.
You guys wouldn't believe the smells that came from that thing.
We were driving by there one day. One of our kids was smaller, and he was like, "That's the place that makes the clouds."
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
you could say that.
You just walk outside, it smells like burnt corn syrup.
Oh, dude, it's so bad.
I love it, though.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's, yeah.
I don't know why.
I hate it, but I like it at the same time. Yeah.
So weird.
It's like looking into a butthole.
So you hate it, but you love it
I
so
fucking
much.
hate it so much. It's so nasty, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Open it a little more.
Yeah, and it's good to once we go a few years without using a joke, it's good to use it again.
Yeah.
One of the best colleagues I ever worked with, he said, I was talking to him about eating ass. He said, this is before I would eat ass.
Mm-hmm.
He said, it's not bad, man. It's like licking a handful of pennies.
Yeah.
That's what it tastes like.
Yeah.
And it makes so much sense.
Yeah.
It's dirty like pennies. Tastes like pennies.
But it's kind of classy at the same time.
It's brown like a penny. At least all the ones I've licked are brown. Mine's brown, I think. That was embarrassing. The time that I had my mom's makeup mirror on the ground, and I was squatting down on top of it trying to look at my butthole.
I've never been that intrigued, man.
That's a true fucking story.
I know it is.
I jumped like a goblin, like a fucking trying to jump. About went through the ceiling. Why is my makeup mirror on the floor? I was trying to see my butthole. God damn, why are you so nosy? I'm just in here. I'm just in the bathroom. I want some privacy.
Totally fucking normal.
Fucking don't get that too close to your face, Mom. You get pink eye. Yeah, so she's drawing comic strips for everybody there in high school. Fuck. This is her quote from a blog post. She says, A pen and something to draw on became a safe place for me. Ink became my weapon against rules and regulations.
Oh, God.
To be short, for me, a life without art is no life at all.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It was her plans for after high school. I'm not still reading the quote anymore. It was her plans for after high school to attend college, which is for fucking losers, and pursue a career in digital advertising. What are you majoring in? Philosophy. Oh, so you're never going to have a real paycheck.
Yeah.
You're going to be a philosopher.
Yeah.
Okay. Have fun at KFC.
You just triggered someone with that degree.
I have a degree in philosophy, and I happen to make lots of money working at Starbucks. No, I don't know. I can't throw people that make it through college. Fuck, they're better than me, man. I couldn't do it. So if you got a degree in philosophy, let's chat. I mean, they're probably smarter than I and got deeper thoughts. My thoughts are skin deep. I'm so stupid and just self-absorbed. It's yucky. It was her plans to attend college, which we did prove in our research that college is for losers. I said that.
You did.
All while Katie was growing up. She used to be Denise, but now she's Katie. The Padl family, her biological parents,
Puddles,
were exceptionally. I'm all mixed up here. Yeah, okay. All while Katie was growing up, the Padls were growing up too. They went on to have an additional 2 daughters beyond Katie. They had one in 2007, and they had one in 2017. 2012. Right.
You're good.
And I'm not sure at what point Katie was told that she was adopted, but as soon as she turned 18 years old in January of 2016, she started the search for her biological parents.
Oof.
Yeah, it's a slippery slope right there for me. I might be adopted, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, because I look like my dad. I'm shaped like a shrimp, and I look just like him. I got goddamn shoulders broader than a Volkswagen, but I can't deny that shit. And I got my mom's face.
Mm-hmm.
Really, just not a good-looking guy. My mom's a pretty woman. My mom's a pretty woman, not a pretty man. If you were adopted, would you want to know?
You know what?
You might be adopted.
I was literally thinking about this earlier. Because I saw, how we have these random dumbass signs on the side of our road. Like any country road or whatever, they'll have the Jesus sign or whatever. There was a sign about adopting, and I was sitting there thinking about it. I'm like, what would I say if the kid asked me if I was adopted or if they were adopted? It's like, that's such a weird conversation to have, especially if their parents were shitty. Like, I wouldn't want them to look for them.
They told her. They said, "Yeah, you're fucking adopted."
Yeah,
I can imagine maybe if you were black parents, and you got a white kid, and the white kid's like, "Am I adopted?" They're like, "Yeah, unfortunately so. I don't know how you figured this out, but
at that point, it's kind of obvious."
Yeah, but if you're of a certain nationality or certain race, and you adopt the same race, I could see where you would you kind of be like, you got a lot of emotion, love, time, money invested in a person like that. I don't know that I would be like, you know what, I've given you all this, but there's somebody else that gave you life. When in all reality, you're the person that gave him life.
Right.
So I think I would probably keep a secret. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would just depend on the situation, obviously. Yeah.
And I thought about doing an experiment where I told one of my kids they were adopted, like a real sit down, just to tell them that they're not, they came from a family that struggled.
Yeah.
Which they did. We struggled at first. But just to see how they react,
My boys always tell each other that they're adopted whenever they get mad at each other. The typical boy thing. You're adopted.
Dude, those kids are like all kind of like, I don't know. They don't look a lot like your wife, but they all have like 33% of you.
Yeah.
It's strong, but it's a strong 33%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Carter definitely looks like me when I was his age.
Yeah.
Cooper more so now, but yeah, it's weird. It's like it's different, man. It's like
it's cool, man. It's the beauty of life.
Yeah.
You take two people with shit DNA and you combine it and you make a shittier human, and that's
Pass down all your shitty traits to
fucking
them.
awesome. Yeah. Bad heart, you got it. Take that. Ugly toenails, you got that one too. Can you still do that really weird? I was thinking about this the other day. You used to do this really. Yeah, I don't like that, dude. Don't do that. I was just seeing if you could do it. I didn't want
Yeah,
you
I
to
still
do it.
can. I haven't done that in a while. I used to be able to do it with both thumbs. I can't do it with my right hand anymore.
Yeah, Rob used to do this weird thing where he'd like unhinge his right thumb.
Yeah.
And I don't. It's
I can't like pop it out like I used to be able to, but I can still get it out there.
that's why you and I just couldn't go as far as we needed to
Yeah.
with our friendship in school because you were a cyborg.
Yeah.
Something
A little bit of a mutant.
like a bear paw or something. I don't know, man.
It's funny because like I was playing with this dumb bitch that lived next to me whenever I was younger, and like I think we were like throwing the football around or something, and I put my hand on the ground and she came through and fucking stomped on my thumb and it did that. And then, like I was never like double jointed to my thumb, but like ever since then I could
She fixed it for you.
pop it out.
That's cool.
It's kind of cool.
Can you unhinge your jaw?
Only if I'm sucking dick. Sucking that dick.
Only if I'm eating a rat like a snake.
I'll have to get the balls in the back of my mouth.
Only if I'm eating a mouse. Now it wasn't hard for Katie to track down her biological parents because social media. This is 2016. It didn't take her long at all, and it wasn't hard. Katie was immediately able to track down Alyssa and Stephen on social media, and they started to chat back and forth. And the Plottles were exceptionally happy to meet her if Katie desired. And Katie very much desired to meet her biological parents.
Sure.
And her adoptive parents were like, I don't know about this. If it's what you really want, then I guess. But they support her while she did it. So not long after turning 18 years old, Katie left Wingdale, New York. That's a little less fancier than Dutchess County. Wingdale sounds like a bunch of fucking melonheads live.
Bunch of cantaloupes.
Yeah, a bunch of cantaloupes. Katie left Wingdale, New York, heading towards Richmond, West Virginia. You know what they're doing down there in West Virginia. You know what they doing on down there in West Virginia.
Mm-hmm. Boy, do I.
She went down to West Virginia to reunite with her biological parents. What she did not know was her biological parents, Alyssa and Stephen, they were dead.
Nah.
No, they weren't. I made that part up.
Darn.
Yep, exactly. But their marriage was fractured. It was broken. They were in a bad spot with their marriage. It kind of rejuvenated them briefly when their biological daughter reached out and said, Mom, Dad, I want to come visit you. And they're like, oh, maybe we can have our family back together. But they fucking hate each other. Alyssa had suffered years of verbal, mental, emotional, physical abuse from this scumbag that didn't have a job, Stephen. It was to the point where they no longer even shared the same room. They didn't share the same bed. But you gotta stop right there for a second. Some couples don't share a bed, Rob.
It's true.
Very much in love, but they don't share a bed. I don't get that.
Yeah.
I want to reach out and feel them fuzzy legs in the middle of the night if I need to. You know what I mean?
I do.
I want to smell the dried fucking slime on your neck from where you're drooling on yourself. I want to roll over and get a.
Dude, that's the fucking worst. It's so bad.
No, it's
usually my own, but I mean,
your beard's getting a little longer. But the worst is when you wake up and you're awake for like 20 minutes, and then you feel your beard and it's just soaked from from like where you're drooling. It's cold and it stinks. Some people wake up with morning breath. Mm-hmm. My breath smells like a fart when I wake up.
You got morning breath and morning beard.
Like someone's been farting in my mouth all night.
Yeah, and sleeping with your mouth open, that'll do that. You're catching all your farts in the night.
I'm eating spiders. I'm eating farts. I'm eating spider farts. I'm eating everything, dude.
Especially if you sleep with the covers up high, because then the only escape is going to be like right by your neck hole.
Yeah, right in your mouth.
Right into your mouth.
And they say you fart 60 or 70 times a night.
It's a good old fart trap. No.
That's like once a minute, dude. I don't sleep much.
It's a lot of farts.
I keep on having recurring nightmares that someone's breaking into my house again,
mm-hmm.
which is because from when we get broken into. And last night I had this super vivid dream of me opening up the Ring doorbell, and there's guys outside of our podcast window like, let's go through this window right here. Dude, I woke up in a cold sweat, just heart thumping, and I got cameras right there, but I thought in my head, like, the angle I saw was not the angle of my cameras.
Weird.
So then I put it together, but I was stressed out when I woke up.
I hate when that happens.
I needed a beer.
Yeah.
That's why I keep a beer next to the bed.
I got a good old beer bed. A bed beer, I mean. A beer bed. Yeah, man. You got to keep one close by just in case.
I put that beer in your bed that one time for you when I was at your house.
Fucking one of them bush lattes, man.
Bush apple.
Bush apple. A crapple.
I didn't just put it in your bed. I put it in your pillowcase.
In my pillowcase. I lay down. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, how did this get there?
That's goddamn Stone Cold special. What?
It got me, man.
Yeah.
And I opened it up and drank it. Tooth Fairy must have left this for me.
That's the beer fairy. That goddamn Tooth Fairy's at the Daytona 500. Alyssa suffered too much emotional and verbal abuse for too many years. It was just too much for her to stay with this man. So they were coexisting. They had 2 younger daughters together. So they were still staying in the same house. And this is a quote from Alyssa. She says, "I was always on eggshells. Whatever his mood was, everybody knew, and that mood was often not happy. A lot of yelling, a lot of things smashed in the house in front of our kids," she said. Secretly, Alyssa told her daughter, Katie, the one that's, that they gave up for adoption, she told her that Stephen, her husband, had abused her when she was a baby. She said he used to pinch you. He used to try and suffocate you. But that didn't seem to bother Katie at all. She was like, people change. You guys were immature parents, not quite ready for a kid, and you guys have grown. And, I want to see what it's like. I want to see what my mom and dad are like. So she wasn't really turned away by the fact that her dad used to beat the shit out of her when she was 8 months old. Whatever. Katie moved right in with her biological family and her 2 little sisters, which is really fucking weird for me. But yeah, she didn't waste no time at all after she turned 18. And I will say, looking at pictures of Katie, she's a little rough. She looked like a little baby vamp. She got the black lipstick and the fishnet hose and the tall black boots and stuff. She was one of them wild girls. Even though Stephen treated Katie very badly when she was a baby, they got along wonderfully since she moved back in.
Yes, right at the age range he preferred.
Yeah, maybe they started to get along a little too well, if you know where I'm going with this. Even though Stephen was 40-something years old whenever Katie moved back in, he started growing his hair out. He changed his wardrobe dramatically to kind of blend in with how Katie was. He started wearing tight shirts and skinny jeans.
Hell yeah, dog.
Thing about skinny jeans, you fucking skinnier dudes can wear those. If I wear skinny jeans, I'm going to get a yeast infection. That's just the way it is. I got some hot yeast whenever I wear them skinny jeans.
Dude, I got my one pair of... Actually, I got a couple pair of black jeans, but the ones that I have that I like that are like pretty tight, I can't get a boner in those, dude. It's literally, it's a fucking, it's a trick. Like,
be a shame if somebody got a boner in them for you.
Like, I've purposely tried. Yeah, it doesn't happen.
I got some underwear that cut off circulation to my crotch. I can't get too hard in them.
Yeah,
it's like a cock ring.
It's like a dick cage.
It's like a body-sized cock ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stephen, he changed his image altogether. He was trying very, very hard to blend in with a much younger crowd, the crowd that old Katie was trying to blend into. Well, she was in that crowd. About 6 weeks after Katie moved in, Stephen, her biological father, started sleeping on her bedroom floor.
That's fucking weird.
Listen, Katie, I know this is weird, but Daddy just wants to...
This is so fucking creepy.
Biological daddy just wants to sleep in here with you on your floor. I know I gave you up for adoption 18 years ago, but Daddy's back home.
Feel free to let your feet dangle off the edge.
That's the easy button. Give them away for 18 years and bring them back if they cost any fucking money.
Yeah, really is.
I lived through the finger foods, the diapers, the chicken tenders, the macaroni and cheese. I lived through all that shit. But yeah, dude, she was sleeping in the house, and he said, you know, I got these fucking skinny jeans on for you. I'm going to sleep in your fucking goddamn bedroom floor. Your dad. I'm your dad. I got these tight ass.
Hey, so like I was thinking that like maybe I could just crash on your floor tonight. Would that be all right, dude?
Crash right into your butt.
Yeah. I'm just gonna lay down right here.
Yeah.
I hope it's okay.
So fucking hot.
I hope you don't fucking mind.
I got this fucking Tool shirt. I got a Limp Biscuit. But I got a hard biscuit sleeping on your floor. Alyssa, his wife, was not okay with this.
Well,
and
yeah.
she became very boisterous and said, you nasty motherfucker. I'm not okay with you sleeping in our daughter's floor.
That's fucking weird, man.
It is really weird. But it could have been anything. But when she confronted him about this, Stephen stormed out and left her there. And that all was the straw that broke the camel's back for Alyssa. It was then her intentions to divorce her husband, Stephen, and leave with all three daughters. The daughters that she was currently raising and the 18-year-old daughter that had returned from God knows where, New York, to re-enter their life and live with them. But when moving time came, Katie elected to continue living with her jobless scumbag father, her biological dad, and just wanted to keep on living there with him, which is pretty icky and weird. I don't know.
That is weird.
So Alyssa moved out in November of 2016. They shared custody of the two younger girls at this point. In May of 2017, just a few months later, Alyssa would uncover some very unnerving, weird news that would change everything and shake her and break her to her core. In May of 2017, Alyssa started reading through one of her younger daughter's diaries. I had the picture of it, but it was really hard. It was a fucking kid's handwriting. You could hardly read it. But in the diary, her younger daughter explicitly stated that her dad was making her call her big sister Katie mom. So she was making her call her sister mom now. And he was also telling the young children that Katie was now their stepmom. She was not only their biological mother,
sister. Yeah.
Their biological sister, blood, mom's blood, dad's blood, full-on sister. She was also now their stepmom.
Oh, it's fucking weird.
But below the diary entry was a picture that the little girl drew. It was a picture of a girl with a big round belly, like she was pregnant. And Alyssa, for this, was rightfully fucking furious. When Alyssa contacted Stephen and asked about the pregnancy, he responded in his skinny jeans by saying, I thought you knew. We're in love.
Oh, God.
Alyssa was shocked and immediately contacted the authorities. That's what you should have done, is call the goddamn police. Police officers interviewed both Stephen and Alyssa's children. However, and when I say children, I mean the 18-year-old, the 11-year-old, and the 7-year-old, as I think were all the ages. However, no arrests were made at that time. Alyssa said in an interview, I started to become hysterical, and I called him, she said. I said, is Katie pregnant with your baby? He just said, I thought you knew. We're in love. It's so fucking gross and weird.
That's nasty.
They gave this girl up for adoption. She's gone for 18 years. She finds her way back to them, presumably through fucking dumbass Facebook. She had to wade through all the Trump memes and all the pictures of people's rolls at Texas Roadhouse to find her biological parents. How hard? Yeah.
She ain't my daughter no more, man. I put her up for adoption.
Yeah, I let her go, dude. She wasn't fucking hot when she was 8 months old. She's hot now.
God damn.
God, dude.
You don't see me do a sick ollie?
I don't have a fucking job, dude. What the fuck? You know how hard it is to pick up hot chicks when you don't have a job, and then suddenly one comes to your front door that's 18 and wants to live with you?
Yeah.
How stupid of me would it be to not take advantage of that, dude? She's my daughter. I love her. It's nothing. Oh, God. I can't even do it. It's so fucking gross, man.
It's fucking weird.
And she was pregnant with the child that her father had put inside of her. It was.
Thank God my sons can't get pregnant. I'm joking.
Yeah.
Sorry. That was bad.
Then on July 20th, 2017, the rather unthinkable happened. Amid a deep police investigation, Stephen Padl and his biological daughter, Katie, they got married in Parkton, Maryland.
How?
They lied on their wedding application.
There you go. That's how.
I had one couple that was interviewing me to marry them. They said, "Hey, we got a lot of family running around. We're like camouflage." And I said, "That's cool, absolutely." She said, "No, we really like camouflage. My wedding dress is all green camo, real tree." And I said, "Fucking okay."
Oh yeah.
I got you guys. And he said, "We got one weird request for you."
I remember
dude.
this.
I said, "I've had some weird requests. I've never done a bad job at a wedding. What are you guys looking to have done?" He said, "We'd be really honored if, we wore our camo tuxes and she wore her camo bride dress. And if you would dress up like a deer when you did the ceremony." I said, "Absolutely fucking not. No chance of that." I felt dumb for bringing them to a Starbucks for the meeting. They're like, "Starbucks? Starbucks?
You should have done took us down to the local Jiffy Lube.
We get our coffee from the Pilot. Get our coffee from the Marathon State. We only drink that trucker sludge."
That shit's made different.
It is different.
It's thick.
By the bottom of that bun burner for like
Shit hasn't been clean in years. That adds the flavoring.
"We want you to dress up like a deer, and when we're done, we're going to shoot you.
Should take a shit right there. Take a big old deer shit.
We want you to start fucking this other deer we got. I'm going to cover myself in deer piss, Nick. You're going to dress up with a red nose and everything. You're going to start fucking the shit out of me in front of my wife in the camouflages.
Gotta make sure you come completely naked and your Peter hangs out."
I see my old lady neighbor naked. I got these fucking hillbillies coming to me trying to dress me up like a goddamn deer and marry me.
Marry you.
What is going on with my life, dude? I
You
did
live
not do...
Yeah, you got a wild life. You ever wish you were deformed?
I am deformed. I'll show you when we're done. But yeah, flash forward to the day of the wedding. They both wore all black. They looked like vampires. And this is a pet peeve of mine. I was looking at the picture. Stephen was wearing a tie, but the tie went down just above his navel, just above his belly button.
Oh,
Listen
no.
here, you dumb motherfuckers. If you're dressing up for a daddy-daughter dance, you're getting married, you got a bar mitzvah, I don't know, a tie goes down to the top of your belt buckle.
Yep.
I gotta tell you that right now. So when you're wearing a tie, if you tie your tie and it comes down to just below your nipples, re-fucking do it, because you look like a dumb shit. So anytime I see a fat dude with an untucked dress shirt and a tie that only comes down to the middle of his tits, I know he was a paint licker. He was a paint chip eater when he was a kid.
Doorknob licker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking them up right now. I want to see what these people look like.
She was attractive. She was, yeah.
Definitely not what I was expecting them to look like.
No, not at all. He was a weirdo.
Oh, she's about what I expected.
Yeah, she's...
Alyssa.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, they wore all black for the wedding, but you'd never guess who attended the wedding. Her adoptive parents and Stephen's fucking parents, which would have been her goddamn paternal grandparents, attended the wedding, and they all knew exactly what was going on.
Oh, this is so fucking wild.
I didn't wait two people love. You can't tell no goddamn people. What about them goddamn gay people? They're love. You don't say nothing about their weddings. What's wrong with it when the dad and the daughter want to get married?
We're both grown-ass adults.
I will go to a gay wedding. I'll even fucking hold hands and maybe make out with a guy while I'm there.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to a wedding where a man is marrying his daughter.
Yeah.
I will party until my asshole falls off at a gay wedding. I will keep my asshole at home for a wedding where a dad is marrying his daughter. I might go find him and kill him.
Yeah, it's very...
I'll catch a case for that one, bruh.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it to catch a case over that is.
Tony and Kelly Fuso, which was her adoptive parents, thought there was nothing they could do, and they had decided that it was just best to support their adoptive daughter.
Dude, there's no fucking way, man.
It's nasty, bro. In September, 2 months later, she gave birth to their child, Bennett. And you know that dude had a tail, a limp, scales, a lizard tongue. He was inbred.
Fuck yeah, he was.
He was inbred as shit.
Yeah. Speaking of doorknob lickers.
Oh, my God. They're like, what was his first name? What was his first word? Well, he still ain't said nothing yet. He's about 14. Just shits himself and drags himself around like a slug. Boy's smarter than shit, though. They're real good on the Xbox. He can drink a whole entire Pepsi without burping.
That's a good accomplishment right there.
He can find anything he wants to watch on Netflix all by his goddamn self. Who won the Daytona? The family moved to a house in Knightdale, North Carolina, which is that's the Ku Klux Klan capital of the world, I do believe.
That sounds about right.
Where should we have our Klan rallies? How about Knightdale, North Carolina? Sounds good. My name's Dale. We're the Knights. Let's have it there.
It makes sense.
I think the KKK's gone. I think they're like
good.
They're practically gone.
Good.
Fuck yeah. Dude.
Fuck them.
Fuck him. I wouldn't fuck him, but yeah, fuck him. That fucking honeymoon didn't last too long, though, because in January of 2018, 6 months after their wedding, after the dad married the daughter, the couple was arrested on charges of incest. Talk about your all-time backfires.
Oops.
A judge ordered them not to contact one another, and Stephen Padl's mother took custody of the young child Bennett, the young inbred child Bennett. I'm not a doctor, so I cannot diagnose any type of developmental issues, so I will refrain from saying any other mean words, and I apologize for anyone I've hurt thus far.
So if the answer's 2, what's the over-under on how many eyes he has?
Eyes? We're trying to get his goddamn teeth to grow in. The teeth are growing out of the bottom of his feet.
No more than 2, no less than 6.
He's got buck toes. Got buck teeth and buck toes.
He's got a cleft wiener.
Call him Knuckle Tooth.
Knuckle tooth.
Why? We don't know. He loves hard-boiled eggs. He likes the unboiled ones. That's what we feed him. Just feed him eggs, like whole eggs. Just feed him fucking eggshells. Just
Eats eggshells.
he's inbred. He's dumb.
God damn it.
Jesus. Stephen Padl's lawyer, Ricky Friedman II, said there was never an allegation that Stephen Padl pressured Katie into a relationship. And this is the quote from his lawyer. He said,
"Oh God, that hurt me, man. I just think I'm just a little kid eating eggshells.
It's this kid.
It's fucking stupid."
He said, this case is in an 18-year-old girl who shows up at the doorstep of a 40-year-old man who's going through something difficult, some difficult times with his wife. They have a bond because they're biologically related, but they never knew each other before they had a sexual relationship. He was head over heels in love with her, so much so that it outweighed the issue of them being biologically related. And that was the quote from his lawyer. That's exactly what his lawyer sounded like, too.
His lawyer's going up to bat for him, man. He's like, they never had any sexual relationship before.
There ain't nothing wrong with your daughter being a freak in the sheets and you want to know about it. You pay an attorney, he'll say anything you fucking want him to.
That's
it's like
wild.
sticking your fucking hand directly up his ass.
It really is.
After the arrest, Katie moved back in with her adoptive parents to live happily ever after. Right, wrong. Well, living with her adoptive parents, she would travel every Tuesday and Thursday, whatever day the Beverly Hillbillies wasn't on, to Waterbury, Connecticut. That's home of Happy Gilmore, to visit her baby Bennett, the one with the tooth knuckle and shit.
The one with the foot on his head.
Is he crawling? No, that's just what he tries to eat the carpet all goddamn day. Not crawling.
He can't crawl, but I saw him walking up the fucking wall the other day. He got them suction cups.
Well, let him chew on the remote when he's hungry.
He likes to swing from tree to tree.
We'll put Pepsi in his bottle.
He uses his tail. He's got a lot of leverage with that thing.
Hell yeah, he like goddamn kangaroos. Stephen was aware that Katie would be going to visit her grandmother on April 12th. And this is her adoptive grandmother. The evening before, Stephen drove to New York to confront Katie, who was leaving New York to not only visit, but to go live with her adoptive grandma. Not knowing Stephen was after her, she called Stephen and ended the relationship. And the phone call went something like this. Dad, I don't want to keep dating you. I don't want to date you anymore. But yeah, she called and broke up with him, and it was just too fucking much for Stephen.
What'd I tell you about calling me Dad? You're supposed to call me Daddy.
Ever since you moved in, you've been a disrespectful little bitch. I'm tired of you not listening to me. Put your wedding ring on. Before meeting his daughter wife, he went to his own mother's house, and he took the baby Bennett back to his own house. When he got the baby back to his house, he would go on to suffocate the baby and stuff the dead baby in a closet.
Oh, God.
Thankfully, the world was saved from this inbred child, because...
Fuck, dude. Holy shit.
I'm looking up...
God damn. I wasn't expecting that.
I mean, anytime a baby dies, I'm sad.
But
listen...
There was a butt coming.
No... I don't think he did anything to the baby like that. There was no butt coming.
We don't know. I mean,
in one hand, you have a nice, happy, healthy family with a beautiful baby, and someone steals it and kills it. Yeah, it's really fucking sad. But on the other hand, you have a father and a daughter that are married in this incestuous, nasty relationship, and they make a little inbred baby that's gonna grow up and look like Sloth from the Goonies, presumably.
Hey, you guys.
But not all people are like that. I shouldn't say that, because I've seen stories of people that are products of inbreeding, and they're beautiful souls, productive members of society, and we might even have some inbreds listening to this show. But I'm done being inbred. I've sworn off wheat. I've moved to more like gluten stuff. So if you see me in the bread, yeah, you got the wrong guy. I'm not inbred anymore.
Yeah, I'm not inbred, but I am into bread.
You got some garlic breadsticks, though. I probably eat those.
Oh, dude, we had some last night from Casano's.
Woo!
They're fucking good, dog. Woo!
And legitimately, I would like to say, you can't control where you came from.
No.
So for me to say like, he's good, be better off. That's not true. He's not better off dead. No one deserves to fucking die.
Well.
Some people deserve to die. Some people deserve
do.
to die. A lot of people deserve to die, but not just because you're inbred. You still have a lot to offer the world.
Maybe.
Just
we can't say.
It's just not going to be easy for you.
Yeah.
Because you're inbred.
I get what you're saying. I just caught off guard by it.
Stephen waited outside their home and watched Katie and her adopted father leave together in a vehicle. He followed them, and when they stopped at a stop sign between Route 7 and 55, Stephen shot Katie and her adopted father, killing them both before turning the gun on himself. And he killed himself. And we have here, let's see, we have the 911 call from when Stephen's mother found out he stole the baby and killed it. Let's roll that beautiful bean footage.
3911, address of emergency?
Yes. My son just called me, and he told me he, oh my God, North Carolina, he killed his baby, and he's in the house.
Okay, you said that he told you he killed his baby? Okay, ma'am, listen to me. What's your name? Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
He's not home. His wife broke up with him.
His
over the
daughter
phone
broke
her,
today. And he told me, she's in New York, and he told me he was on his way. He called me last night and said he's on his way. He's going to bring the baby to her, and then he was coming back. And he just
Okay.
he said he killed his wife, he killed her father, and I can't even believe this is happening.
And did this happen in Nightdale?
No, his wife and father are in New York.
Okay, so the incident
but
actually...
he left the baby dead when he left.
Okay, where did he leave the baby?
Okay, he said it was in the...
What's your son's name? What's his last name?
Same as mine.
When did this happen?
He said
And what is that, bitch?
he left last night. He called me, I forget, maybe about 7 last night, and said he was on his way to New York. He was going to bring to his wife.
Daughter.
And give it to her. And then he'd be back. And he called me this morning. I just got off the phone just a couple of minutes ago. And he told me to call the police, that I shouldn't go over there.
Okay, so the son is so your son is not there?
No, the house is empty. He said he put a key under the front mat.
I think this mom was an incest baby too.
Sounds like it.
The key to get into the house under the front mat.
Did he say how he did it? Or what
no,
he did?
And I didn't ask him. I didn't want to know. Oh my God. He's such a wonderful little...
Okay, hold on just a second, okay?
Yes.
It's hard,
Okay.
man.
Yeah.
Old women love babies.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm still here. What I'm going to do is
Even if they have tentacles.
I'm going to go ahead and get you over to Raleigh Communications, okay? Let me talk first when I call, okay, so I can kind of give them an idea of what was going on, and then I'm going to let you speak with a telecommunicator, okay? All right, hold on for me, okay?
Okay.
Dutchess County 911. We got a
Are
sister
you
wife.
still with me?
I'm here.
Hey, this is over in Cary. I have a lady wanting to report a possible homicide.
All right.
And she states that she got a call from her son. Was it this morning?
Yes.
This morning, stating that his wife had split up with him,
Daughter.
and she was in New York, and that he killed left him upstairs at the residence.
Just a moment, okay?
So I'm still here, okay?
Okay.
Do you know if he's still at home?
No, he's not.
He's not? Okay.
Okay, Raleigh, I'm going to disconnect.
Okay, thank you, Carrie.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, that was the 911 call from
Damn.
weird stuff, man. She couldn't bring herself to say it. And if you hop on the YouTube stream, we put up a picture of Stephen and his daughter, Katie, that he killed.
Their eyes are identical.
They look the same.
They look the same, yeah.
They look like the same person. It's so fucking gross, man. I mean, she didn't deserve to die. He probably deserved to die.
Yeah.
His wife, his ex-wife, Alyssa, she's still alive, though. She said she struggles to make sense of it all. Quote, "I'm grieving, I'm sad, I'm upset, but I also want to have something good come out of this. if it's to get the truth out there to open people's eyes to incest. I don't want to open my eyes.
My eyes are going to stay shut.
I'm not opening my eyes for that shit. I've seen that episode of fucking X-Files. Not opening my eyes for it.
No, thank you.
Any guys listening to the Fuck Their Dad, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com. Not good, man. Weird story, though, right?
Really weird story.
Perfectly made for us.
Yeah.
We brought you all the hard-hitting info. You guys could have found that story anywhere else, but you came here for it. Just like you come back week after week after week, and we appreciate you.
We do.
We really do.
It was a good time.
The good news is my wife has prepared me dinner.
Hey,
I'm going to go eat it.
Nice.
It's 7:30 and we're done, Rob.
That's crazy, man.
We've already done our Zoom call.
Yeah.
I'm going to save this and upload it, and it's going to be fucking awesome.
Fucking shaking and baking, doggy.
And if you guys are real quiet, listen to the show, you can actually hear my testicles slamming into the back of Rob Dog's anus.
A pale scrotum gray.
Brohio erotica is now real. And it may sound like I'm keeping my breath while I thrust my pelvis into his waist. That's because I am. And he's not even squealing. You know why? I got a little dick. No, it's fine. We love you guys almost as much as we love one another. Not quite that much, though. Thank you so much for listening to this week, this episode.
Yeah.
We got our biggest payday ever coming up from the podcast.
Needless to say, we'll see you guys next month.
Yeah.
We're taking a break.
No,
No.
Thank you. You guys take good care of us, and we appreciate you. But
Thank you guys.
the ads were busting in January.
And thank you, Spreaker.
Yeah, thanks, Spreaker. All right, guys, take care. We love you.
Love you.
YouTube.
Oh, God.
Incest, nasty murder.
Criminals. I did something to my finger the other day, and I cut the tip of it, and I had like a hard piece of skin, and I was just biting it off.
He always fucking tries to bite his finger off.
Yeah, I do.
Pound that.
Oh my God.
He said, "Stop chewing your nails."
That's who I was
Fuck
addressing.
off. It's better than him chewing my nails.
Yeah. Put your fingers over here, and I'll fucking chew on them. There's no butt. Oh, talking about the baby.
Baby had a butt.
She probably had two of them. No butthole, though.
All right, guys. We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye, guys.
See ya.